Now, when we go to 2018, then you're going to see the off the charts guys, because this is the guys that have achieved so much in college football that they're ready to sign NFL contracts here in the next couple months. Justin Fields, Ayabi Anoma's an interesting situation where he went to Alabama, never turned out. Jamari Salyer, guy you're familiar with as a guard at Georgia. Patrick Surtain was a top 30, 35 pick in the NFL draft. Tyson Campbell also at Georgia as well, of course, as one of the best cornerbacks in the nation. Zamir White coming off a tremendous season at Georgia with 11 touchdowns. Then the next two guys off the charts, productive in the LSU offense, Jamar Chase and Terrace Marshall, and on down the line. So just interesting to see again, your booms, your busts, and then your guys that kind of fall in the middle out of the top 10 or 15 players in the nation each year.
Well, you're talking about, a lot of those were Georgia guys in that 2018, and that was Kirby Smart's historic class, the one that changed the perception of Kirby Smart. Well, he was already known as a great recruiter at Alabama, but that was the one that really put the rubber stamp on it and said, okay, they had just went to the national championship game, lost to Alabama. Then they bring in this just unbelievably talented class, number one recruiting class, first one for Georgia. And, there's just a lot goes into it, guys. Like Mark said, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of resources. There's recruiting budgets that are in the tens, if not hundreds of, like millions of dollars. I mean, this is unbelievable. The tens of millions of dollars that gets spent on all this kind of stuff. And then once you think about it over time, there's even more thought put into it when you count people's time and things like that, salaries you're taking to people. So literally it is just a massive industry, not only for people covering it like myself, but also for these guys who are wrapped up in it every day. And then you got to think about these young men as well. I mean, nobody wants to succeed more than they do, Mark. Nobody wants to be labeled as a bust. Nobody wants to not end up things going well. Every recruit I talk to, I'll say, how much do you consider playing time and stuff like that? A lot of them tell me, it doesn't matter where I go. I'm good enough. I'm going to play when I get there. And then, that doesn't happen a lot of times. And then adversity, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face there, Mark. Isn't that right?
When you step in that ring, yeah, you got all sorts of ideas about what's going to happen, but then you get punched in the face and things may turn out a little bit different. Blaine Gilmer on the line with us. And again, join him on Recruiting Every Second and at recruiting_SEC. I'm going to reel him in as much as I possibly can because you can hear the obvious insight, knowledge, information that he has at his fingertips, and he is working hard to deliver on SEC recruiting and really the landscape of the SEC football narrative each and every day. Blaine, we appreciate you stopping by and look forward to working with you in the future.
Absolutely. Looking forward to being on here.